The one thing Lindsay can't live without, I guess, is coffee. Even though sometimes she overdo it, she really can't go a single day without coffee.
Reading and books. That's my answer.
Her favorite candy, I'm not quite sure actually. Probably Reese's Pieces or anything Reese's, anything peanut butter and chocolatey, which is coincidentally not my favorite.
Mini Reese's cups that come like not wrapped. Specifically, the dark chocolate ones from Trader Joe's. Obviously, we don't have Trader Joe's in France, but now my grocery store it does sell mini Reese's cups, so that's amazing.
Her first job was at Chuck E. Cheese with her sister, at least one of the sister, maybe some other siblings.
What is my first job? Chuck E. Cheese.
Her biggest pet peeve is me barging in the kitchen, touching the pans that she's cooking with, changing the fire underneath. Yeah, I might have some trust issue with cooking. She calls me the bulldozer in the kitchen because I mingle and I get involved when I shouldn't. I think she's gonna say that I hate taking the trash, but that's not true.
When somebody else doesn't take down the recycling, especially when it gets like really full, and it just keeps piling up. And anyways, it annoys me.
Her favorite things to spend money on. She rarely indulges on things, but when she does, it's probably shoes. Like, yeah, I think she likes not nice shoes, but she likes to buy shoes that she likes, right? And she spends times looking at shoes that she likes.
I'm kind of like Thomas. I love spending money on really good food. And travel. Oh, that's probably maybe his favorite thing to spend money on too, traveling. But yeah, for the past 2 years, hasn't really been a thing.
If she could meet one favorite person, who would that be? I don't know, Michelle Obama, Leslie Knope. Um, I know she's a fictional character. Taylor Swift. Yeah, that sounds like a good mix. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe it's somebody else.
Taylor Swift.
Her favorite song is probably something from a musical, and since I don't like musical, I don't really know the title of the songs. So it's either musical, like a show tune, or something from Taylor Swift. But I think it's more musical right now. She's trying to get Faya into it, and Faya is not really at that age where she can listen to any of that thing.
Something from Hamilton, probably the Schuyler Sisters, or Helpless. I like that song a lot.
Her favorite comfort food is chips and salsa. 100% sure. Whenever she has a tough day, I come home and she's halfway done with a big bag of chips and a pot of salsa.
Maybe pizza.
Her favorite TV show is probably The Office. She used to fall asleep listening to The Office, and I was kind of jealous of Jim. This is my Jim face. I'm looking at the camera and making a Jim face.
The Office.
Her favorite leisure time activity. She loves to swim. She doesn't go as often as she used to because she has a daughter now, demanding Freya. She loves to do yoga that she can do at home, but right now, while we spend most of our leisure activity is at the park, trying to get Freya to come back from the park.
Yoga or running.
The one chore she hates doing. She's not a big fan of. Oh, I know. Cleaning the cupboard when we have some flies and stuff in it. That grosses her out.
I refuse and hate putting the duvet cover on the duvet. It's too difficult. Where did we meet? We met in Lyon.
We met in 2010. We spoke for the first time in 2010 at a Thanksgiving dinner from the Oregon Center in Lyon, which had organized a student exchange I went to Southern Oregon with, and that she was coming to Lyon with. Yeah, we met. We spoke for the first time. I spoke to her for the first time at this dinner in November 2010. Our first kiss was in Lyon in 2011, January 14, something like that.
He might tell this whole story.
And we had been going on a date. I think it was our first date. Technically counts as the first date, I guess.
So we went into the old part of town. We kind of just like bar hopped.
I think she didn't want to kiss in a bar, even though it was clear that was going to happen.
And he tried really hard to kiss me in this one bar. It's called St. James Pub. And I really didn't want our first kiss to be in a bar. I knew that he was going to be somebody who was really special to me, and I don't know, I felt like it was not romantic to have our first kiss in the bar, which in retrospect could have made him think that I wasn't into him, because I kept sort of like giving him my cheek and we were like holding hands.
So we went out of the bar and we walked a bit on one of the streets in the old part of town that have cobblestones, and she was wearing heels, so on the cobblestone she held my hand,
and he like pulled me into his arms in on like a side street on the cobblestones in Vieux.
And this is when and where we kissed, and the rest is history.
And when did you know that they were the one? I would say really quickly, which is why it was really hard when we separated that first time after I came back to Oregon from studying abroad. I don't know. I don't think I really remember like a specific moment, but even just on that first date, like I could tell that he was somebody really special, and I was really interested in getting to know him more. And I have a memory of my sister-in-law, Janet. We were at the beach together after I had left France, and she asked me if I could see myself marrying him, which I've said yes to. And that was kind of, I think it was sort of news to me because I was pretty young and we weren't actually together. And at that moment, it was just kind of sad because I didn't really know if or when we were going to be able to be back into each other's lives.
And now for the final questions. When did you know that she was the one? At the very beginning, there was clearly some moments that I would look at her and be like, wow, she's very special, or I really feel very strongly for her. But since she was leaving, I really put on all the brakes I could not to like fall for her completely. When she came back and we immediately go back together, there was a clear sign as well that this was what it was meant to be in a way, right? Like picking her at the airport back in September 2012. But I don't think there was like a big watershed moment, like a lightning strike or something. It was very much a slow burn throughout the years. Building a life together, moving in together, going through life's wonderful moments, welcoming our daughter, going through also life difficult moments, international moves, losing my father, and she was always there for me, loving and caring and listening, and yeah, I think it's very precious, and it was a confirmation. All those moments, all this slow burn, made me confident that yeah, she's the one, and we're getting married. Oh, we already are, but don't tell anybody.